All right, guys, this is the third take, and it's going to be the final one. All right, I messed up, being honest with you, but I'm Matty Schofield with Travel to Costa Rica Now.com. This is the real continuation of the original channel of Travel Costa Rica Now.com by way of executorship and heir and will. My father left everything that he was associated with to me. I have those documents to prove that, and that is all coming up here in about 45 seconds. But this is a part one of a two-parter about what the hell has been going on. How come you didn't see me after I posted that video with Johnny on my dad's balcony, giving the update and the announcement of my father's death? Where have you been this whole summer? Who owns what? What's been going on? How come there's two channels? How come this? What's do with this? How come the expat retreat? Everything's going to be cleared up here, and I don't need an hour to do it. It's going to take pretty much 5 minutes per video to let you know what the fuck has been going on. But I am Matty Schofield with Travel to Costa Rica Now.com. Gonna be Travel Costa Rica Now.com because I will get my dad's channel back and I will get his website back because I have documentation to prove it. But in Costa Rica, everything takes a very long time. And anybody that has followed the channel for the years that they've subscribed to my father's channel, all you 48,500 subscribers that were stolen from me, all know this. So pass it on. Tico time, baby, does exist. But anyway, thank you guys for chiming in, and I'm going to get right into it. So what has been going on? And Maddie, how come we haven't seen you? Well, as you guys have noticed, I've been posting videos for pretty much the last almost 2 weeks, not even. I'm laying the foundation and the groundwork to let you guys know that there was a relationship. I want you to meet the team. I'm trying to solidify my stance within this. Now, I expected nothing. My father and I rekindled the 10-year estrangement from 2013 to 2023. He reached out, and the estrangement was because of him. And he announced this on his video on his own channel. That has since been taken down because it's incriminating to the entity that took it. So there's an estrangement. There was absolutely, but we rekindled that and we got over it. He apologized and he put together, which you guys have seen now, a father-son road trip. Best time. 2 weeks, unadulterated access to his life and what has been going on for the last 10 years in his life. And I learned a lot about him. I know more about a parent than a child should, and I'm going to keep it to myself. But other than that, we got close. We got really close. And there was a night in Hako that we decided to talk about everything. And I mentioned this briefly in another video, but like I said before, you poke a tiger into a corner for long enough and they're gonna strike back. Well, I've been poked long enough and I'm kind of getting tired of it. So I'm not one to go on a channel and debunk and defame and slander anybody because I'm gonna let my actions speak louder. I don't need to do that. I don't need to air my dirty laundry. I'm not gonna mention names. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna I'm gonna stick to the essence of the channel, which is about Costa Rica. I don't want to bore you. And I'm sorry for the other channel and I'm sorry for the other videos that I have not seen because my imagination knows exactly where this person is going with all of this. But there was a will. Father left everything to me, everything that he was associated with. And I have proof to prove this. And I have a lawyer and we are making the necessary steps and have been making the necessary steps to get the channel back, which I will get. It's inevitable. It's going to happen because I have everything on my side. I have the support. I have the paperwork. I have everything that has it's authentic to let you know that I am the rightful owner and heir of my late father's estate and his company. So the reason why you haven't seen me is because 48 hours after I did that video on the balcony with Johnny, the website was taken. I wasn't able to log in anymore because this entity knew sensitive information. He helped my father build the company. They owned it together. They started it together. I'm not trying to take that away from him, and I never was. In fact, I have screenshots, I have messages, I have videos reaching out to him. We spoke on the phone. I wanted him to continue to be a part of it. I went to his house to show him the will and brought a 6-pack of beer to let him know I was outside. Meanwhile, this person went to Ciudad Quesada to go to the hospital where my father passed away to contest the will because he wanted to see what his medication intake was like. And this person and entity felt left out. And the reason why he felt left out is because he was. He absolutely was, but he wasn't gonna be left out because he and I go back. We have a history. I was going to. I told him. I said, "Hey man, I want to bend your ear. My dad had a property. We're gonna do something there. I want to get your take because I know you do property management." He and I met up last year. We parasailed together. We go back. I've known him for over 20 years. My father and him dated. They got married. They absolutely got married. And this person, because of that, thinks that that is enough to take what's not his. He thinks that he's entitled. But the problem is that any assets that are formed before you're married, Costa Rica considers them to be a separate asset. And then on top of that, there's a will. So there's nothing that he's tied to. And if he brings up anything about common law doesn't exist in this situation because they didn't live with each other. That's it. And the problem I have is that this person just knew sensitive information. He helped set the company up. He's pretty much just an IT guy within a corporation and doesn't like how things went down. So he literally just goes into someone's office, takes said passwords and changes it because he feels like he's been slighted. Well, he was slighted because my father didn't want him to know anything. My father reached out to 4 people to come to the hospital, and I was one of them. He wasn't on the list. And he told me implicitly to not tell anybody anything. So we followed that. And then right after my father passed away, I called everyone that I needed to call. Grandma first, obviously. The brothers, 2 of them. Uncle Paul, Uncle Tim. Okay? Didn't mean to do that this way. Sorry. And then I called my mother. And then I called this person to let him know. And then I called Anika. And then I called Vernita to let them know what was happening. Not the best position to be in. I had to pivot quick. And this person made me react. And he made me work very quick. And it was illegally taken. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. And I've been in limbo ever since. It took me a month to take care of all of the paperwork and the running around like an idiot, plus the expat retreat in May. We did that from May 9th and 10th to like May 18th or 19th or something like that, or 17th. And then while I was there, I was going back and forth to San Jose and doing all these runs. I was getting things apostoled, which I'll talk about. I'll get them translated. We had a courier. That's money. That's this. That's time. Documents were wrong. The will there was a discrepancy with how the addresses within the will were typed out because you have to type out all the words. You can't just type the number. So that had to be redone. And I reluctantly had to get my father cremated. I had to identify the body because I'm the heir. I had to go through all of these steps, and the heir has to do these things. And if somebody loved somebody so much and they respected them so much, they would adhere to their wishes. And nothing was supposed to be taken. And it just wasn't supposed to be that way. And anybody who knows me knows that I have an exemplary work ethic and standard of myself, not to mention a great work reputation. I don't have to lie, cheat, and steal to get shit. I'm exactly where I am because of the dedication, hard work, and the integration of what my parents instilled in me at a very young age. And that's why I am who I am today, because of that credo, because of the way that I was brought up. And my father was a huge disciplinarian. And from everyone that has known him over the years and the 48,500 subscribers that have subscribed to his channel, imagine being his son. Well, you got him. And I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be doing these videos. I'm tailor-made to do these videos. I have extensive traveling experience. I wanted to pair up with him and do this, but it's been taken from me illegally. And what the funny thing is that this person was never supposed to be left out for me, from my perspective, because who better? I thought he was the one person that I could trust. I didn't even fucking trust Johnny when I arrived. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I had no idea. He's just this guy that said I need to get down there quicker, and then he got me a helicopter, and then I got there, and then all of a sudden my father dies within 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I arrived at like at 12 or 1, almost 2 o'clock. He died at 5 something, and I found out the Wednesday prior to that. Fucking quick. It was pancreatic cancer, and it's a bitch. And I had no time to grieve. This dude took my grief from me. And he wasn't invited. He wasn't supposed to be there because my father told us not to say anything. So we went to his wishes. But then all of a sudden, I make an announcement video, and then two days later, I can't log in because this person feels that he was slighted and he's entitled. So I've been in limbo the last 6 months. I came back to the States to take care of life because mine doesn't stop. And I've been trying to set this place up where I live with my current girlfriend and life partner to make it into an Airbnb so I can monetize so that way we can go back down to Costa Rica to do videos, which I have trips ready and planned per Anika. She set me up. We got a Hole in the Koya and 9 Peninsula trip that I want to do. I'm going to use his car, and I've been trying to sell his car, but because it's still in probate and because Costa Rica doesn't know who the fuck I am, I can't do anything. I can't. I haven't been able to do anything. So I've been waiting. And we've been making moves. I'm not going to announce what moves those are because then it would just get back to this entity and I can't have him do anything. I don't want him reacting. And I didn't want to get into this. This is why you never heard from me, because I think it's petty and childish to go over a YouTube war of he said, she said, and this is not true and this is true. But listen to me because you've known me longer. And I'm this guy and I'm so cute and this, that, the other. Don't be fooled by that cherubic smile and that demeanor that he carries, okay? Father warned me later in life that he's capable of a lot, and God damn it, I am experiencing it like crazy. And anybody that knows me knows that I have no reason to lie, and I have no reason to talk shit. But that's the extent, and that's the closest that you'll ever hear me bash anybody over the fucking internet. I have complaints, almost 95 emails to YouTube about Gmail, about the HostGator account, trying to petition, showing them the will, the death certificate, everything that shows that I am the legal operating heir of this company and of his website and his channel and his car and his apartment, which he was renting. It's not an asset. The car he paid for cash outright. It's his. And if there's no monetary contribution from a marriage or from the spouse, it constitutes as a separate asset. Like I said before about the business. My father legitimized the business in his name with Johnny before the marriage. So it's considered a separate asset. And, and I said in a video on Thanksgiving that he's hurting, but he's been lashing out and he's poking. Well, I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. So my life did not stop. I've been acting ever since. I did just get cast in a pilot, actually, a drama series pilot here shooting in the United States. Been preparing for that. I got a part-time job because life isn't cheap and I'm not making any money. The revenue streams have been completely dismantled and I'm trying to get them back. So I'm establishing the foundation right now in the relationships that my father had and that he made. And I met all of them at the expat retreat. And you guys have seen those videos and you have seen that there has been work behind the scenes. Now, the 6 minutes has now translated into 13 minutes and almost 30 seconds, but this is part one. But I think you can actually tell that there's no animosity whatsoever. It's just frustration because it didn't need to get to this point, but it has. And it is very true. When someone dies, people's true colors shine bright. All of a sudden, my father owes $1,000 to one of his neighbors. And all of a sudden, the car isn't his. It was this person. So can I drive it, Maddie? It's baffling to me the amount that people go to just for a little bit of money. And if anybody who knows me, which I hope my boss, my ex-boss from California, you know who you are, you can make a little comment and just say that I am not motivated by money. Because I'm just not. It's the rule of all evil. Is it energy? Yes. Does it make things a lot more fun and a lot more easy? Yes. But I'm not motivated by it. I've lived off of $5. I used to travel the world. I backpacked. I've sailed and crewed on boats, and um, I make things work. And if anybody knows me, I got the tenacity. I have the drive, and I'm supposed to be doing this. I am a fucking Schofield. I am Michael Allen's son. I am Holly Schofield's son, and we get shit done. Our family owns businesses. We do shit. We accomplish stuff. We have goals, and we get them done. And we do everything that we can respectfully, with intent, with integrity, to make it work. It didn't need to be this way. But I've been broadcasting some truths and showing some proof. I don't need to really do that anymore. Hopefully by this you'll see, but this is part one of what the hell has been going on. It's because I've had no access. It was illegally taken from me, and I've been doing everything that I can on Costa Rica time to get it back. But in the meantime, you're going to see more videos. You're going to see everything that's related to Costa Rica. And I gave you a couple little tidbits here, and hopefully you guys can just show some support. I'm not even asking for any money. I don't have any links and all that stuff that anybody on the other channel donated. Don't know where it went, but I think you do. I rest my case. I'm done. Part two is coming up about what happens when a gringo dies and the steps that you have to take, especially if you become an heir and executor of a person's estate. And a gringo, I'm talking about my father. And he was a business owner in Costa Rica. He was a resident. He was paying into the caja, had the pensionado. He was 65 years old and had Social Security as well in the United States. There are so many steps that you have to take, and it's mind-boggling. But I have condensed it now down into about 7 or 8 minutes. There's about 5 or 6 steps. And you should have saw the video that I did on the porch here over the summer, just editing like crazy, trying to prove to you and show you that this is what I've been doing, going to the civil registry in Ciudad Quesada, identifying the body, driving back and forth to San Jose, getting everything translated and apostilled so I can bring all that paperwork back so I can take care of the bank account, and the only bank account that he had in the United States, in Maine. And then I had to deliver his ashes and take him on an airplane to give it to my grandmother. So those are the steps that you have to take, especially if you are the rightful heir and owner of an estate. And I'm going to get to that on part two in just a minute. Sorry, guys, but it's less than 20 minutes, and it's definitely not an hour and a half. But thank you guys for listening. Sorry for the rant, but man, it's frustrating. This is raw and authentic, coming to you live from the United States. I am Matty with travel to Costa Rica Now.com. Peace. I hope it helps.